Welcome to One-on-One, the Daily Items weekly digital program featuring Susquehanna Valley newsmakers interviewed by Daily Item reporters. Today's guest is Ellen Ruby, Executive Director of the Lewisburg Downtown Partnership, interviewed by Joe Sylvester.
It's cloaked in stunning designer attire, a statement of fashion from every angle, unashamed of its opulence, but nothing you didn't already expect from Lincoln.
Right now, lease the 2018 Lincoln MKZ for $440 a month for 36 months, zero due at signing. Or lease the 2018 Lincoln MKX for just $480 a month for 36 months, zero due at signing.
Sunbury Motors Lincoln, run by the Mertz family since 1915.
Welcome to One-on-One, the Daily Items weekly digital program. Our guest this week is Ellen Ruby, who's Executive Director of the Lewisburg Downtown Partnership. Welcome, Ellen. How are you?
Thank you. I'm well, thank you.
Just tell me a little bit about how you came into this position.
Well, I've been with the Downtown Partnership as the Special Projects Coordinator since November of 2014, and have once before stepped into an interim director role and did the same, stepped in as an interim director recently, and then just 2 weeks ago was made executive director.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What did you do before you worked for the partnership?
I've done a number of things. I have been a small business bookkeeper for small businesses. I've also worked in the transportation industry, worked in transportation logistics, both as a consultant and as a transportation manager for a manufacturing company. And prior to that, worked in customer service and retail. I was a systems analyst right out of school. So a number of things that have progressively led me here.
Led you to this point.
Exactly.
As Special Projects Manager, what do you feel were your major accomplishments?
As Special Projects Manager, I don't know that any of them would have been my accomplishments, but it's a lot of coordination and organization. And also the communication is the biggest thing, being able to communicate well with the merchants, residents, all our stakeholders with the Lewisburg Downtown Partnership. And that was a support position that I worked in for a while, and I think did well in supporting a director, helping them to, gather information, put it all together, and then execute events.
Well, this is quite a role you had there.
It's fun.
Are you from the area originally?
I did. I graduated from Selinsgrove Area High School, and have lived in this area most of my life. I left to go to school after high school and was gone for about 13 years, and then came back with small children. And my husband and I have raised 3 sons while we were here. Oh.
And you currently live in Sunbury?
I actually live in Sunbury now. Yes.
Mm-hmm. When, as Special Project Manager or other roles you've had with LDP, was it always your goal to someday be director?
Actually, I don't think it was. It was not. I came into. I was doing bookkeeping for the partnership, and then took on more responsibility. Took on special projects when someone retired in 2014, and I've always had a part-time role at the partnership. Worked for Linda Sterling, who was director for 16 years.
Quite a while, yeah.
Right. So that was a really good experience for me, and really just this opportunity came up, and it was the right timing for me as well as hopefully the partnership.
Oh, well, now that you're in the position, what kind of goals do you have for downtown?
Really, I want to further the mission of the partnership, which is to ensure that downtown is the heart and soul of Lewisburg. Our overarching mission to accomplish that vision, we want to make Lewisburg the economic and cultural magnet of the region, of the entire Susquehanna River Valley region. That's our goal. So we want to do that through collaboration with other organizations and businesses in downtown Lewisburg, holding events that bring both local residents and visitors to our area, holding promotions, things that, bring people downtown to see what a lovely town Lewisburg is.
What do you see as the biggest obstacles to trying to promote the downtown?
Well, there's obstacles in any job, and again, I think the biggest thing is that you have to maintain strong communication. You have to be able to hear other people when they have something to say, and you have to be able to make sure that you're getting your information out to people in an accurate way. So that helps to get everything accomplished.
Yeah. Well, one of the things is slightly off the topic, but not really. One of the things in the past was all the truck traffic coming through Lewisburg. Has that gotten better? Or are there still a lot of trucks that come through?
There's still a lot of trucks that come through Lewisburg.
And that's an issue outside the realm of the...
It is. I mean, it's certainly an issue for the stakeholders of the LDP, for the people that LDP serves, the Lewisburg Downtown Partnership serves. It's an ongoing issue for all of us. And we're continuing to work with those that we can to look for some...
With the companies.
Some way to alleviate. It's a difficult position for both sides to be in, for us having trucks going right down Market Street in Lewisburg, and also for those businesses that are having to make decisions regarding how they route their trucks.
And also at a time when there's so much traffic elsewhere because of construction.
Yes. Yes, we kind of have construction in every corner of the region right now, don't we? And I guess, ultimately that's going to lead to really good things. But right now we're putting up with all of it.
Yeah. Now, you and others have said that Lewisburg is a unique place. Maybe you could expand on that to explain what makes Lewisburg unique.
Sure. I think it starts with our downtown, specifically with the businesses downtown. We have some really unique shops. We have jewelry stores. We have markets. We have women's clothing. There's clothing stores with men's clothing. Family-owned shoe shops. There's just such a variety. Our campus, the campus theater, is just a gem for Lewisburg. It's unique. People enjoy coming to not only to see the theater, but obviously to see the movies there as well. There are multiple banks, so it's easy to do business in Lewisburg. Restaurants. We have restaurants that cover numerous types of cuisine, different, I couldn't, I'm just thinking, trying to go through, I could go through them all, but there's, we cover the spectrum when it comes to food.
There are a lot of things that you don't see in other downtowns.
I think so, and I think it's, part of the uniqueness is that we have so much, that, we have so much and we have so many different unique businesses downtown. Also, we have the park. We have the park where we hold events, different events. There's actually the two parks. So we also have Soldiers Park on the river and Hoofnagel downtown, and those are both great locations. And our partners, the Lewisburg Downtown Partnerships partners, Bucknell University and the Borough of Lewisburg. We have many others, but they're our core partners. Located right there as well, and everybody's working together to make Lewisburg unique and successful.
Are the other partners local businesses?
Yes, and residents. We partner with both local businesses, downtown businesses, regional businesses, and residents of Lewisburg, as well as I said, the Borough of Lewisburg, Bucknell, businesses like Evangelical Hospital and Geisinger are also partners with us, or major contributors to the Downtown Partnership.
Now, was Lewisburg always like this, or did it transition over time? I mean, was there a time when it was struggling?
My understanding is there was, and that was when a number of people came together to create the Lewisburg Downtown Partnership, and Linda Sterling had stepped in as the director at that time. And again, I wasn't involved with Lewisburg so much at that time, but my understanding from hearing of the history is that there were numerous vacant storefronts. So lots of vacant real estate, which is something you don't want in a vibrant downtown. Right. You're always going to have some turnover, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But you don't want lots and lots of vacant buildings. And the Downtown Partnership worked with various organizations, I guess, and people in the community, and actually worked. And it's still part of our goals today. The partnership is to work for business retention and expansion in the downtown.
What kind of steps did they take to fill the storefronts?
What did they take?
Yeah. What did they? What kind of things did they do?
I'm not sure I can answer that. I'm not
Oh,
sure I
oh,
personally know what
oh,
they
it's
did
before
at
your
that
time.
time. It really was. I know there was an active board, and Linda was there and working with a board of directors that that was their goal, and they did accomplish that mission.
Yeah.
So
We'd have to go back in time.
it's a good question, and something I'll be looking to find out now.
We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back with One-on-One.
It's cloaked in stunning designer attire, a statement of fashion from every angle, unashamed of its opulence, but nothing you didn't already expect from Lincoln.
Right now, lease the 2018 Lincoln MKZ for $440 a month for 36 months, 0 due at signing. Or lease the 2018 Lincoln MKX for just $480 a month for 36 months, 0 due at signing.
Sunbury Motors Lincoln, run by the Mertz family since 1915.
We're back with One-on-One with our guest, Ellen Ruby, who's the new executive director of the Lewisburg Downtown Partnership. Welcome back.
Thank you.
With other towns struggling with empty storefronts and with the economy and all, is Lewisburg susceptible to that happening again? As in the past, or does it take a lot of work to maintain that?
Well, I think any downtown is susceptible to that if they're not paying attention. I think you'll find we have very active businesses and business owners in downtown Lewisburg. Once a month we meet. The partnership holds a business forum meeting where businesses come together. We talk about events that are coming up, concerns in the downtown, things like Christmas decorations, on the downtown, or the events that are coming up, what we're planning to do for the Ice Festival, promotions that we're going to all collaborate on. And I think, again, that's part of our success is that open communication, and with the partnership leading, and that is our role, to take that leadership role and bring people together and then see that things get done.
Yeah. Well, was there some concern with the opening of Giant and CVS moving out of the downtown? I know some older people who didn't drive were concerned that they had farther to go to the store.
Well, and there was, and we did have a time when I'd heard it referred to kind of as the perfect storm at one point, where we had CVS, which was an anchor store in the downtown Lewisburg. The State store also closed at that time, and both of those were things that brought people to downtown, and then they would stay to shop other places. So there was a concern, and we did see some consequences from those stores leaving. But it's since then we've brought numerous businesses into the building that was CVS. Wow, if I start naming them, I'm afraid I'm going to miss one. But we have a lot. We have, and it's not just on the on street level. We have businesses down underneath as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, well, on the street level, you've got All Star Bagels, and you've got Laney's Bear Bowls, and then you've got Urban Post with Urban's Edge, which is inside there. And then as you go down the steps, you've got the Fantasy Escape. We've also got the Arts Underground. And I believe there's another one or two, and I'm going to get in trouble for not remembering them off the top of my head. But you can find them on our website.
Yeah.
And so that's almost full. There's some office space in the back of that building as well that's been filled. And then they took the building that was the Pennsylvania State store before, and it's been divided into 2 retail spaces, and one of those is filled. So it's, things are looking up from there, and other changes that have occurred. I think we've made adjustments. The business owners have made adjustments, and things are going well.
Good. The issues that you face there and other towns, are they similar? It's just that Lewisburg has been able to do different things. For example, some towns are still struggling to fill storefronts. Are there issues different? I mean, well, you have Bucknell University and
Right.
a lot of other businesses, like you said, a variety of restaurants. Those are, I guess, those are draws to the downtown, right?
Well, I believe they are, and I also, know that we're working to make some of our events become draws to the downtown too, and they already are, but to make them draw even from an even greater region. For example, the Ice Festival, that'll be February 1st and 2nd in 2019, a Friday and a Saturday.
Yeah.
We're looking to promote that and make it even bigger, get the word out of what a unique event it is.
Yeah.
So more people want to come to Lewisburg to visit and see our ice sculptures, which are beautiful,
Yeah.
and up and down Market Street, but also, then experience some of the stores and restaurants that we have to.
Have to offer. Are the malls still a concern? Competition from malls? I know they've been struggling too.
Yeah, malls are struggling, and that's one of the things that a business owner recently said to me that she had heard someone make the comment that the stores were closing in the malls, and so they didn't know where to go to shop. And she was there, and I'm here to tell you that downtown Lewisburg is one of the places you can go to shop, that you can find what you may have found before in the malls, and it's not available now. Small towns, shopping local is, it's a really positive thing to do. It supports our local economy, but it's also where there are goods available that you're looking for.
Is parking difficult sometimes, or are there ample lots for parking?
There are actually ample lots in Lewisburg. I think that's one of the things that the partnership wants to do a better job of, is getting that information out. Because not only do we have some large lots, there's a large lot behind the post office, on post offices on 3rd and Market, and behind that there's a large parking lot, parking all along the street. And those are metered on Market Street, and a block off in most places, north and south, and then the lot behind the post office. But there is also a free parking lot if you go north on 6th. If you turn north on 6th Street, behind Town Tavern, there is a parking lot with no charge. And if you go just a block off of Market, like to the 2nd block, north and south, in most cases, all of that parking on the street is not metered as well.
Oh, that's good.
So sometimes it's just a matter of,
just
getting the word
looking
out,
around,
right?
yeah.
And once again, this year, I expect we will have free parking from Thanksgiving through January
for the
1st.
holidays,
Yes,
yeah.
the meters will be covered, and parking will not be charged.
That's good. Oh, so maybe is there some advice you could give to, say, other towns for competing with malls, or is every situation unique?
I would imagine every situation is unique, but I'd also like to say that I'm new enough that I don't feel that I could be somebody giving the advice. I think the partnership is certainly, if you look at the history of the partnership and the things the partnership has done, which is not new. Following along there, there might be some lessons to be learned from that, but I don't feel like I'm still new enough that I don't really feel comfortable giving that advice.
All right, fair enough. Do you have any crazy promotion ideas?
Crazy promotion. I don't, but I would like to mention, if it's okay, that we do have a music festival coming up in Hoofnagel Park on September 15th. It's a Saturday. It runs from 10 to 4, and admission is free. It's a great opportunity to come down to downtown Lewisburg. Come to the park. There will be craft vendors in the parking lot above the park and on 6th Street south of Market. And downtown Lewisburg restaurants will be offering food. And you will also, for the over 21 crowd, be able to get a sampling of unique Pennsylvania beers and wines.
Oh,
So
sounds
we're
like
telling
a
everybody
good
to
time, yeah.
bring a chair, bring a blanket, come down. Just to mention, it's we actually have musicians and bands. We have Jesse, local, Peyton Kerstetter, Brandon Barnhart, and Faded Days will be our music for the day.
Oh, wow.
So
How long does it go all day?
it goes from 10 to 4.
10 to
10 in the
4,
morning till
okay.
4.
Well, what's the craziest idea you've come up with so far? People maybe hesitated when they heard it.
Seriously, it's real. I've only been really 2 weeks into the position as director. So far, I mean, what we're doing is looking at the things that we've done before and looking to make them as good as they can be, maybe make them better. And somewhere down the line, we might start talking about new events. We basically, as a partnership, hold 4 annual events. There are other promotions we run and things we put together during the year to collaborate with our businesses downtown. But we have our ice festival. We have a summer kickoff the first weekend in June that's in the park. We have the music festival. This is our second year, but it's kind of a continuation. It's music and brew. And then we have Miracle on Market Street, which is a promotion that runs from the Friday after Thanksgiving through the end of the year.
Well, it seems like there are more promotions lately than there have been, or in past years.
I don't know. Maybe there might be. We did just this past weekend. Weekend Friday and Saturday have sidewalk sales, and there were crowds on the sidewalks of Lewisburg. It was fun.
Oh, that's good. Is there anything else you'd like to touch on that we didn't talk about?
Not really. Just to tell you that I'm really honored to have the opportunity to serve in this position for the Downtown Partnership and to serve the businesses and people of Lewisburg.
Thank you. Well, glad to have you here, Ellen.
Thank you.
And you're watching One-on-One with Ellen Ruby, the Lewisburg Downtown Partnership Executive Director. That's it for now.
Thank you for watching this week's One-on-One. We hope you will join us next Thursday for a new installment.